Hello students, welcome you all back to my channel Khan's Commerce Tutorial. I'm Hasham Ali Khan here. After completing a number of subjects, now I'm going to start the new subject cost accounting. I got a number of requests from my viewers to start this subject cost accounting. So today I'm going to start uploading. I'm going to record the subject of cost accounting with a simple topic of single costing or unit and output costing. So if you are new to my channel, I have already uploaded so many subjects. You go to my playlist, you will find the subjects advanced accounting, corporate accounting, business statistics 1, business statistics 2, financial management, investment management. The videos of all these subjects you can get from my playlist. So if you are new, please go to the playlist, you will find the subjects, select your subject, watch the video till the end. Definitely you can get a lot of knowledge from these videos. I'm explaining the concept. In the first video, I'm explaining the concept of the topic in detail. So after watching the concept, then you go to the problems videos, definitely you can be able to understand the problems. So before starting the subject cost accounting, I thank my viewers. Then within a short span, I got so many views from my viewers, and they are giving a lot of comments regarding my subjects. So please keep watching, watch till the end. If you want to get a complete command on the subject, don't skip the video after watching from 5 to 10 minutes. Definitely you can get something, but if you want the complete command, watch the video till the end. So now I'm going to start cost accounting. So in this subject, I'm going to start the topic called single costing or unit or output costing. Before that, briefly I'll explain. Cost accounting is a branch of accounting which is there to ascertain the cost of production and to control the cost, ascertain the cost and control the cost. The objective of cost accounting is to ascertain the cost and to control the cost. Cost ascertainment is the main objective of the subject cost accounting. What do you mean by cost ascertainment? Finding out what is the total cost of producing the goods or to provide the service. Without having the total cost, the producer, the manufacturer cannot fix the selling price. The selling price is based on the total cost. So we need correct ascertainment of total cost. Now, how to find out the total cost? We have different methods of costing. We don't have a single method of costing which can be applied in every industry. Every industry has their peculiar features. So according to the requirement, different methods of costings are there. Example, process costing, contract costing, job costing, batch costing, unit and output costing, operating costing. Like that, so many different methods of costing depending on the nature of the business. So one by one we will study. First of all, we start with the topic single costing or unit or output costing. I'm going to explain you the meaning of this single costing or unit or output costing. What are the features of those industries where this method of costing will be applied? Examples of industries where this method of costing will be applied. Then what is cost sheet, statement of cost, and what are the items that should not be considered while making this cost sheet or statement of cost. Then some peculiar items. What is the treatment of some peculiar items in ascertaining the total cost? These are the things we are going to discuss in this topic. First of all, meaning of single costing or unit or output costing. It's a method of costing which is applied to determine the total cost and the cost per unit of those industries where goods are continuously produced and the goods are identical in nature. Where the goods are continuously produced and all the goods are identical in nature. तो ऐसे इंडस्ट्रीज जहां पर सेम टाइप के गुड्स कंटिन्यूअसली बन रहे हैं, वहां पर टोटल कॉस्ट मालूम करने के लिए और पर यूनिट कॉस्ट मालूम करने के लिए वी अप्लाई यूनिट एंड आउटपुट कॉस्टिंग. सो जॉब कॉस्टिंग और यूनिट एंड आउटपुट कॉस्टिंग में डिफरेंस ये है, इन जॉब कॉस्टिंग एवरी जॉब विल बी डिफरेंट. There is differentiation in jobs, peculiar jobs. But in single or output costing, all the units produced are identical in nature. So we can easily ascertain the total cost, and after ascertaining the total cost, we divide it by the number of units, we'll get the cost per unit. So again, I'll repeat. So this single costing or unit or output costing is a method of costing which is applied to determine the total cost or cost per unit in those industries where goods are continuously manufactured and all the goods produced are identical in nature. Now, example of those industries where this single costing or unit or output costing is applied are cement industry, the cement industry, then mines, quarries, brick kilns. All these are industries where this method of costing will be applied because identical products are produced on a continuous basis. Now I am going to explain you what are the features of the industries where this method of costing will be applied. What are the features? The first feature you can see, single product. Normally the industry which produces a single product or only few products, not huge number of different products. Only a single product will be produced, then only we can apply single costing or unit or output costing. Large number of identical products. The company is not producing one or two products, but large number of products are continuously produced. Then only we apply single costing. Third one, more or less standardized quality. The quality of all the units are identical, same. That means there is no product differentiation. All the products are identical, standard quality, only one quality. Continuous basis. The goods are not stopped. The production is not stopped. The goods are continuously produced throughout the year. Then cost units are physical or natural. When we are manufacturing goods, we want to find out cost per unit. So how to find out cost per unit? Take the total cost, divide by number of units. So number of units we require. The units will be natural. Natural like tons. We are finding out the unit like kilogram or ton or meters or liters, like that. So all natural units will make use. Next, the total cost divided by number of units will give you cost per unit. So in this single or output costing, we need to find out the total cost as well as cost per unit. So how to calculate cost per unit? First we find out the total cost. Total cost divided by number of units produced during the period. That will give you cost per unit. So these are the features of the industries where this method of costing will be applied. Now, how to find out total cost? Just now we have discussed it's a method of costing to determine the total cost and cost per unit. Now the question arises, how to find out the total cost? So to find the total cost, we make a statement. The statement is called cost sheet or statement of cost. The statement which is prepared to ascertain the total cost and cost per unit is called cost sheet or statement of cost. In most of the examination, you may get a theory question regarding what is cost sheet, what is statement of cost. It's a statement which discloses the different elements of cost. The elements of cost are material, wages, direct expenses and overheads. Overheads are classified into factory overhead, administration overhead, selling overhead. Then we'll get the total cost. To total cost, we add the desired profit to get the sales value. So it's a statement which is periodically prepared every fortnightly, every weekly or monthly or half yearly or quarterly, like that. So a particular period, this statement cost sheet will be prepared. Then after ascertaining the cost, we'll divide by number of units to get the cost per unit. So a pro forma of cost sheet I have given here. In this format, I am going to solve the problem in the coming video. The pro forma of cost sheet, it's a statement. Remember, it is not an account having a debit or credit like that. It's only a statement. So two columns we have opened at the extreme right hand side. Direct material, direct wages, direct expenses. These three are called prime cost. Direct material, direct wages, direct expenses. Combine these three, we'll get the prime cost. Then to prime cost we add factory overhead. Overheads, actually what do you mean by overhead? Indirect expenses. So some of the students may be confused. What is this indirect? What is this direct? Direct expenses are those expenses which are specifically incurred in making that product. Indirect expenditure is the common expenditure which is incurred on all the products produced. All the products produced within the factory, within the business organization. So these indirect expenses which is not only incurred for this product but also all the products are called overheads. Now overheads are classified into three categories: factory overhead, administration overhead, and selling and distribution overhead. Right? So one by one we have to add up. So first of all we have taken direct material, direct wages, direct expense, will get the prime cost. To prime cost we add factory overhead. The resulting figure is called works cost or factory cost. Works cost or factory cost. To works cost or factory cost we add administration overhead. What we get is cost of production. To cost of production we add opening stock of finished goods and subtract closing stock of finished goods. What we get is cost of goods sold. To cost of goods sold we add selling and distribution overhead. We get cost of sales or total cost. To total cost we add profit, balancing figure. The resulting figure is called sales. So this cost sheet or statement cost will show you the details of the total cost. जो टोटल कॉस्ट इनकर हुआ वो टोटल कॉस्ट का डिटेल क्या है, किस चीज पर कितना एक्सपेंडिचर हुआ, मटेरियल पर कितना हुआ, लेबर पर कितना हुआ, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस कितने हुए, फिर फैक्ट्री में ओवरहेड्स कितना हुआ, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंट में ओवरहेड कितना हुआ, सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन डिपार्टमेंट में ओवरहेड्स कितने हुए, ये सारी चीजों को ऐड कर दिए तो टोटल कॉस्ट आ गया। वो टोटल कॉस्ट में अपना डिजायर्ड प्रॉफिट ऐड कर देंगे तो सेलिंग प्राइस आ जाएगा। दिस इज द cost sheet. While making this cost sheet, some adjustment will be made. Example, there are three types of stocks: stock of raw material, stock of work in progress, stock of finished goods. ये तीन टाइप के स्टॉक आ सकते हैं। स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, रॉ मटेरियल का मतलब द मटेरियल विच इज परचेस्ड इन ऑर्डर टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू फिनिश्ड गुड्स। मटेरियल परचेस करने के बाद उसको प्रोसेसिंग करे, उसके ऊपर प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करे, होने के बाद फिनिश्ड गुड्स बनाकर हम बेच रहे हैं। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। जब रॉ मटेरियल लाकर रखेंगे तो ऑलरेडी वी विल हैव सम रॉ मटेरियल इन द गोडाउन, दैट इज कॉल्ड ओपनिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल। एंड ऑफ द मंथ जब हम कॉस्ट शीट बना रहे हैं वो टाइम पे हाउ मच इज द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल इन द गोडाउन। वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस का मतलब वो काम जो चल रहा है, इट इज नीदर रॉ मटेरियल नॉर फिनिश्ड गुड्स। एक्चुअली वर्क कहां पर होता है, फैक्ट्री में होता है। मटेरियल कहां पर रहता है, स्टोर्स में रहता है, गोडाउन में रहता है। तो when the work manager wants material, he'll make a requisition to the stores department. From the stores department material will come to factory. अब फैक्ट्री में आते ही material instantly it will not be converted into finished goods. It will require some processing. अब फैक्ट्री में आने के बाद वो मटेरियल को यूज करेंगे, फिर लेबर उसके ऊपर कुछ प्रोसेसिंग करेगा, फिर वो फिनिश्ड गुड्स बनेगा। तो जब तक के फिनिश्ड गुड्स नहीं बना तब तक उसको कहते हैं वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस और सेमी फिनिश्ड गुड्स, पार्टली कंप्लीटेड पार्टली इनकम्प्लीट, राइट। तो वी विल हैव स्टॉक ऑफ वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस। उसी तरह जब गुड्स कंप्लीट हो गया, जब काम फिनिश्ड हो गया तो वो फिनिश्ड गुड्स बन जाता। तो पहले रॉ मटेरियल रहता, उसके बाद वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस, देन फिनिश्ड गुड्स। तो तीनों स्टॉक अगर दिया तो कैसा करेंगे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ओपनिंग स्टॉक एंड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल विल बी टेकन अंडर मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड। ये डायरेक्ट मटेरियल में हम क्या करेंगे? ओपनिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल एड परचेज ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल माइनस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, देन विल गेट मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड। अगेन आई रिपीट, opening stock of raw material add purchase of raw material minus closing stock of raw material will get material consumed। तो एक स्टॉक हो गया, कौन सा? मटेरियल। सेकंड वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस। अगर प्रॉब्लम में, इफ इन द प्रॉब्लम वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस इज गिवन, So how to adjust work in progress? Take the factory overhead in the inner column. This factory overhead, what you are seeing here, you should take it in the inner column. To this factory overhead, you add opening work in progress and subtract closing work in progress. Add opening work in progress minus closing work in progress. Then take the amount in the order column. And finished goods, opening stock of finished goods will be added to administer cost of production. यहाँ cost of production आ गया. So factory overhead में ऐड कर दिए वर्क्स कॉस्ट आ गया, वर्क्स कॉस्ट में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ओवरहेड ऐड कर दिए, कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. टू कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ओपनिंग स्टॉक ऑफ फिनिश्ड गुड्स विल बी एडेड, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक ऑफ फिनिश्ड गुड्स विल बी सबट्रैक्टेड टू गेट कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड. टू कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड वी ऐड सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड टू गेट कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स और टोटल कॉस्ट. टू दिस वी ऐड द प्रॉफिट टू गेट sales value. This is called cost sheet. So this in the industries where they apply single costing or unit or output costing, they will make the cost sheet in order to ascertain the total cost and the cost per unit. अब ये total cost आ गया. ये total cost आने के बाद divide the total cost by number of units. यानी ये जो पूरा एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर करे हैं, ये एक्सपेंडिचर इनकर करने के बाद कितने यूनिट्स बने, हाउ मेनी यूनिट्स वर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. तो टोटल कॉस्ट डिवाइडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड, दैट विल गिव यू कॉस्ट पर यूनिट. नाउ ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ सर्टेन आइटम्स इन प्रिपरेशन ऑफ कॉस्ट शीट. ये कॉस्ट शीट बनाते वक्त कुछ आइटम्स का ट्रीटमेंट कैसा ट्रीट करेंगे, हाउ टू ट्रीट सम ऑफ द आइटम्स. नाउ एक्सपेंसेस नॉट टू बी इंक्लूडेड इन कॉस्ट शीट. रिमेंबर, when you make the cost sheet, you should not think that all expenditure incurred should be taken into account. Some expenditure is there which will not find any place in the cost sheet, which should not be taken in preparation of cost sheet. What are the items? Interest on capital, expenses not included in cost sheet. Interest on capital, income tax paid, advance payment of income tax, sales tax paid, provision for doubtful debts, provision for discount on debtors, abnormal losses, profit or loss on sale of asset, debenture interest, preliminary expense written off, underwriting commission, exchange and brokerage. Now see, these items are called financial items. So these items will be taken only in financial accounting while making profit and loss account. जब प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट बनाते हैं तो फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटेंट ये सारे आइटम्स को लेता हूं, लेकिन कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट विल नॉट टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन दीज आइटम्स व्हाइल मेकिंग द कॉस्ट शीट. सो व्हेन वी सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम, इफ वी कम अक्रॉस एनी ऑफ दीज आइटम्स इन द प्रॉब्लम, यू शुड जस्ट गिव ए नोट that these items will not be considered in making the cost sheet because these are financial items. This point you have to remember, right? Now, treatment of cash discount and bad debts. When a business allows cash discount and when a business write off bad debts, what is the treatment? Two different opinions are there. Some author says this cash discount and bad debts are only financial items. It will be taken only in financial accounting. It should not be taken in cost sheet. One school of thought, a group of authors says. Whereas another group of authors, second school of thought says, no, cash discount and bad debts are also cost accounting item. It should be considered in selling and distribution overhead. It should be considered in selling and distribution overhead. Now there is a controversy. लेना या नहीं लेना कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग में. तो पहला स्कूल ऑफ थॉट कह रहा है कि इसको नहीं लेना, ये सिर्फ फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में जा रहे हैं. सेकंड स्कूल ऑफ थॉट ये कह रहा है कि इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंट, इट शुड बी टेकन इन selling and distribution overhead. So now what we should do, to which school of thought we should follow? You can follow any one of the school of thought, provided you should give a note. After completing the solution, give a note what treatment you have given. So I will treat, in the coming problems, I will treat that bad debt is a part of cost accounting. It will be taken in selling and distribution overhead. Then सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड में बैड डेट्स को ले लेंगे, लेने के बाद एक नोट दे देंगे, इट इज अज्यूम्ड दैट बैड डेट्स इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉस्ट अकाउंट, सो आई हैव टेकन इट अंडर सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ओवरहेड. दैट्स द ट्रीटमेंट वी आर गोइंग टू मेक. Incomes not included in cost sheet. See, there are some expenditure which are not included. These are all the expenses, expenditure or expenses which are not included in cost sheet. Similarly, some incomes are there. They're like dividend received, rent received, discount received, any other miscellaneous income received. So ये other incomes है, this will not be taken into account while making cost sheet except one income, that is sale of scrap. अगर sale of scrap है तो वो sale of scrap को हम डिडक्ट करेंगे फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड में से, right? Apart from sale of scrap, we are not going to take any other income in cost sheet. Then next is treatment of scrap. अभी बताया हमें, sometimes while manufacturing the goods, some scrap value is realized. अब ये देखना है कि this scrap is realized from the material or scrap is realized after the production process. अगर प्रॉब्लम में ये दिया कि scrap of material is there, then this scrap of material realized, कुछ मटेरियल खराब हो गया तो खराब हो गया, उस मटेरियल को बेच दिए, बेचकर कुछ पैसा रियलाइज करे, स्क्रैप आया, तो दैट स्क्रैप ऑफ मटेरियल विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड, ये मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड से माइनस करेंगे. लेकिन प्रॉब्लम में कुछ भी नहीं दिया कि मटेरियल का स्क्रैप है या प्रोडक्शन के बाद का स्क्रैप है. अगर प्रोडक्शन के बाद का स्क्रैप है तो स्क्रैप विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड. फ्रॉम फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड सेल ऑफ स्क्रैप विल बी डिडक्टेड. इफ द प्रॉब्लम इज साइलेंट, we assume that sale of scrap is after the production process, so it will be deducted from factory overhead. Next, treatment of defective items. While manufacturing the goods, some defective items are produced. To that defective items, some rectification work will be done. So if rectification work is done, the cost of rectification, if it is normal, then that defective work, that cost incurred on defective work will be taken under factory overhead. Goods बनाते वक्त कुछ खराब डिफेक्ट हो गया, उसको रेक्टिफाई करने के लिए कुछ एक्सपेंडिचर हुआ है, तो ये देखना क्या ये रेगुलर है, नॉर्मल है या नहीं है. अगर नॉर्मल है तो दैट कॉस्ट incurred on rectifying the defective work will be taken under factory overhead. Now treatment of work in progress. Treatment of work in progress, just now I told you, opening WIP will be added, closing WIP will be deducted to factory overhead. तो factory overhead में opening work in progress को add करेंगे, closing work in progress को subtract करेंगे. That is the treatment of work in progress. Tenders or quotations. Sometimes the producer or manufacturer have to give the quotation for tenders. So quotation has to be given after considering the cost to be incurred. For example, in the newspaper or in some advertisement, some tenders have come and we are the producers. We have to give the quotation. Quotation means the selling price at which we are ready to supply the goods. So while making the quotation, the manufacturer should be very careful regarding the cost. क्योंकि अगर सही quotation देंगे तो definitely we'll get the contract. अगर हम गलत कोटेशन अप्लाई करेंगे, कम कोटेशन अगर अप्लाई करेंगे तो लॉस हो जाएगा, ज्यादा कोटेशन अगर अप्लाई करेंगे तो हमारा टेंडर फेल हो जाएगा. We will not get the contract. So many a time the manufacturer has to give the quotation for tenders. So while making the quotation, direct cost can be easily ascertained. How much material we require, how much wages we require, how much direct expense are required, easily we can ascertain. But the problem arises for calculating the overheads, for finding out the overheads. So normally what we'll do, we'll calculate what is the percentage of overhead on direct wages, percentage of overheads on factory cost. Like this percentage we calculate for the previous period. And those percentages we use in taking into account the overheads for calculating the quotation. अब कोटेशन बनाने के लिए, सेलिंग प्राइस मालूम करने के लिए हम डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट लेबर, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस ये तो इजीली फाइंड आउट हो जाते हैं. अब ओवरहेड्स के लिए प्रीवियस ईयर के जो भी ओवरहेड्स का परसेंटेज है वो परसेंटेज हम अप्लाई करेंगे, अप्लाई करके कोटेशंस मालूम करेंगे. दैट इज कॉल्ड द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ कोटेशंस, राइट? So this is the end of the topic single costing or unit and output costing. This is the first topic I'm taking up in the subject cost accounting. Hope you understood. It's a very small topic compared to other topics like process costing, contract costing, job costing, and other methods of costing. So this is a small topic. That's why I have started with this topic. So in the next video, I'm going to start the problems. So my subscribers, please, if you are satisfied with my channel, with my lecture, give a like, share it, and subscribe my channel. I want that more and more students should be benefited from my lectures so that they can be able to excel in their examinations, not only from examination but also in your interviews. The knowledge is very, very important. You should not limit your knowledge only in problem solving, but also conceptually you should be clear. In examination, they may ask you, what are the features of industry? What are the features of the industries where this method of costing will be applied? Similarly, what is cost sheet? What is statement of cost? Give a pro forma of cost sheet, and how to treat the following items while making the cost sheet. Like this type of theory question will be asked. So hope you understood. I have explained you according to the best of my ability. Inshallah, we'll continue the problems in the next video.